I'm not going to show you a how-to video because I'm pretty sure the way I did it was a bit of a hack. But it's been holding up good for a couple years. And I'm a real believer in that folks who make their own fishing rods are really craftsmen. They do some amazing work. And I don't want to downplay the amount of effort and expertise that goes into it, but I'll tell you how I did it, and you can see what it looks like on these. This is an UglyStik 5-foot 6-inch Elite light rod. This is a GX2 6'6" 2-piece. They're both 2 pieces. This one's a medium action. I felt like the handle butt was a little bit too short, specifically, definitely on this one. I think I'll try to find a before picture. The default, like out of the factory, the length of this goes to right about here, and it's got an EVA grip. It's an exact EVA grip that you see here. But the problem is it's a real heavy rod. The GX2s are, and when you go to cast it, like, you don't have the leverage that you would if the handle was longer. So and same deal with the Berkley Cherrywood HD. This one in particular was really frustrating because the handle only went to here, and again, it had a nice cork handle, but the length of the handle, the butt was really short, so I couldn't get a good two-hand cast on it. So I think it was a couple winters ago, what I decided to do was replace the handles and also extend the length of the butt. And I don't have videos of the process, but I'll explain to you how I did it, so you can think about it and maybe research some videos if you want to do the same. So the process was pretty straightforward, although I was definitely figuring it out as I went. Cut off the EVA foam, try to get it as close to the shaft without nicking the shaft. I assumed that it would have damaged it, and I don't want any cracks in the carbon fiber handles, and cut it off wearing a mask. Obviously, I sanded off the rest of the residue, but what I did was make sure I get pipe that was wide enough in diameter to slide over the shaft and have enough space in between the shaft and the pipe where I could mix up some of this 5-minute epoxy. You take the 2 parts, you mix them together at equal amounts, and basically brush it on what was the shaft. Slide this on top like so. Wait a day for it to dry completely, and by doing this I was able to, for the GX2 for example, add another 3 inches of length to the butt. On the Elite, I added about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and it gave me the opportunity. For in this case, what I wanted to do is go for this camo grip in a split grip setting. So I bought these from Alibaba. They took like 2 months to arrive from China, just because I was cheap. I think they were like $6. And I did the same thing with the Cherrywood HD. These are wind grips, which are really nice grips, but had major problems with the inner diameter. You want to make sure that your inner grip diameter for your replacement handles is big enough so that it slides easily on top of that. If not, you're going to try to wind up reaming it yourself, and unless you have the tools, it's just an unpleasant experience. I took the same approach using the handle epoxy, spread it on top of the copper extension, and slid the handles back in place. And what I put here was from Mudhole. They sell these sort of fake carbon fiber stickers. They look kind of cool. Nothing crazy, but in this case you cut it to shape, wrap it around, and then again you put a thin coat of epoxy, and came up with what we have here. It's not a professional job, but it's fun.